What's up, guys? Mandatory mobility. Today we're going to work on something else. Okay, we're going to work on what we call midline stabilization. Okay, you hear that a lot, or what you hear mostly is keep your core tight, keep it tight, flex your abs. Okay, what we mean by midline stabilization is basically the relationship of your pelvis and spine in neutral position under functional movement. Okay, and your ability to keep that neutral position without any movement while you're moving. Okay, so let's start by getting into neutral position, or just showing you guys how to get into neutral position. I'm going to show you the proper hollow body position. Okay, so I want you to start by just bringing your feet together. We're going to have toes and heels touching. All right. Next, I want you to squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt nice and hard. Keep your legs straight. Okay. And next, you're going to take these ribs right here underneath your chest, and you're just going to pull them down, clamp them down. Okay. So now your butt's tight, your ribs are down. Now let's just pull our shoulders back. Okay, so shoulders are back. Okay, now I'm going to bring my arms up. Arms don't have to be straight overhead. It doesn't matter. What I'm looking for is just this nice hollow body position. Okay, I'm nice and hollow here. Okay, I have a nice tight core. My ribs are down. Butt is tight. Okay, shoulders are active. Okay. Now, obviously, you can't move stuck in this position. So I'm going to demonstrate what a squat should look like with neutral position or midline stabilization. Okay, so I'm going to show you from the front and from the side. So I set up in my squat, I stabilize, squeezing my butt, my ribs, and now I'm going to squat without breaking at the ribs. Okay, so I'm going to squat, one squat, okay, and again, squat. Okay, so from the side, okay, butt's tight, ribs down, shoulders back, good. I squat, keeping neutral as best as I can, and squat, and back. Okay, what I want you guys to pay attention to, what I mean by breaking at the midline, is simply letting go of the ribs. Okay, so if you look right here, when I push my butt back, if my ribs pop up, that means I'm broken. I no longer have control over my midline. Okay, now I'm forcing movement in my back while I'm moving under functional movements. So it's okay with a body weight movement. It's not going to hurt you that bad, but once you start putting a lot of load on your back squat, and you have heavy weight, you start moving or breaking your midline stabilization while under movement, that's when we start to get pain in our back, we start to get injuries. Okay, so the more we can keep this midline stable, the less chance of injury. So, again, from the side, if I brace, what a broken squat looks like is this. Okay, athlete's arms up, they break here, they're sticking their butt out, now they have this really big curve, and they're creating a lot of tension and overextension in the back. Okay, then they come down, they sit, okay, then they stand up, and they're popping their butts out and standing up like this. Okay, that's what a broken squat looks like. Okay, so I want you guys to sit at home, and I want you to just find something that you can grab onto, maybe a door or something at the moment. But okay, I want you to stand in your squat position. I want you to squeeze your butt, bring your ribs down, pull your shoulders back, and I want you to try to squat nice and slow and see if you can keep your ribs from coming out. Okay, so see if you can stop from doing this. You can move as one piece in your midline. So from here, nice and slow, hips and ribs move, knees travel out. Okay, keeping my midline nice and stable the whole time. And I stand back up, okay, as one piece. Never breaking. Again, back down, okay, and back up. Never breaking. But you can also practice like your deadlift position, picking up a piece of paper. So when you move back, midline down, ribs back, pick up your piece of paper, stand right back up. What we don't want is this. We don't want that big arch in here. Telling people to arch their back in a deadlift is a not so good cue. It's causing lots of back pain, okay? So let's work on that midline stabilization, okay? And while you guys are stretching, it's important to also stabilize the same way. Okay, so every movement we do, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, sit-ups, standing, sitting, jump rope, any movement you do, walking around, sitting on a couch, is all needs to be done with midline stabilization. You should be walking around in this position 20% on, okay? Not 100% like when you're deadlifting or squatting, but let's go 20%, just practice walking around, butt tight, ribs down, shoulders back, okay? You guys have a good night, and I will see you tonight.